therapy dogs. If you could give me the general overview of the type of dogs, the type of temperament
Yeah.
that works if you're considering doing that.
A lot of people come to me with a puppy and they say, yeah, I want them to be a therapy dog. And the puppy like might be 8 weeks old, 10 weeks old. And then usually what I say to them, well, let's see. Let's see what the puppy wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because you do need a very specific kind of dog to want to be a therapy dog. So you need a dog that, and this isn't even about training. They need to be trained, at least to the kind of intermediate to advanced level of basic skills, okay? So they need to listen to. But apart from all that, they need to be an animal with a temperament that likes people, other people. And I call them, they are outward dogs. Like some dogs are very inward. They turn into their owners. I have many like that. And actually, that's the type of dog I prefer. A lot of the things I do, I need my dog focusing on me.
Mm-hmm.
Service animals are very much inward dogs. They're not even caring about anybody else there. Therapy dogs, completely opposite. They want the attention and their focus is outward.
Mm-hmm.
They're under control, but their focus is outward. So when someone comes up or you take your dog over to them, your dog's like, yeah, I want to see them, which makes people happy, which
Mm-hmm.
lifts people's spirits. And that's the whole point. There's a lot of people who have inward dogs and they want the inward dog to be a therapy dog.
Mm-hmm.
And what I tell them, I try to get them interested in things like dog sports and things that they can do with their dog, because the dog is perfect with that. The dog's going to tune out the world and work with their handler. Like, that's awesome. But some dogs are very much inward. They don't want to be bothered. And not that they're not aggressive or mean or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
They just keep turning to the person. They're always turning to their owner, and their back, it will be to the person coming to them. So they don't make good therapy dogs, because I always use the analogy, if you were someone that had a terrible day, or you were in the waiting room at a emergency room in the waiting room because something horrible and had happened, and you were waiting to see what a beloved family member, what the outcome was going to be. Because these are the situations that therapy dogs go into, these very tense emotional situations. If you walked over to a dog, or you took the therapy dog over to that person, and that person's like, oh, look at the dog, and reaches out to pet the dog, and the dog turns their back on them.
Mm-hmm.
Small little thing. Do you know that person's heart will sink? Even the world's against me. Even the dog doesn't want me to touch him. Mm-hmm. So you just have to make sure the dog wants the work. And I think a lot of people want to do the work, but they might not necessarily have a dog, and that's okay. It's not a bad thing. There's all kinds of activities and jobs that dogs can do. It's just a little bit unfortunate when what the owner wants doesn't really match what the dog's best interest is. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes I have to be the bearer of bad news. I try to do it as nicely as possible,